Jam with Sam. Jam with Sam.
Hello, Sylvester.
Hello, Mr. Sam.
So finally the roles are reversed. I can grill you after 2 decades.
Reminds me of the famous dialogue that Clint Eastwood says, and I'll say it to you: "Make my day."
Make my day. Go ahead, make my day. Okay, welcome to the 81st episode of Jam with Sam.
Thank
He
you.
was one of our earliest, who was there when, I think Ashwin was there that time, when Sylvester, like almost 5 years back, Sylvester was there and he was on a different role. I think on dimensions you were talking about, so about networking. Okay, so as a child, who in your family had a maximum impact in your life?
Well, as usual, the biggest impact my late father had on me, because he was a very successful businessman, and all in our family looked up to him. He was the eldest in the family. So my late father, had the biggest impact in my life, on my life.
And he was quite strict, no?
Yes, very strict.
Very strict, no? And there was this incident where you wanted to take the car out. What did he tell you?
Oh my God, Sam. Don't worry. My late father was very strict and a self-made man like any other man. All self-made men are generally very strict, and those were the days that, now I have a son who's 21 years old, and I keep telling him, so those were the days which were command and control days, and today is the day of different modern parenting. I shudder to think about the kids that we are now parenting. But I came out well. I had no challenges with strict parents, so I was happy that my father was strict. In the
Okay,
end.
excellent. We'll go into the gory details afterwards. So your family, your brief journey starting with your school and college.
Well, I'm a Malad boy. I studied in St. Anne's School in Malad. Then I did my college from Parle College of Parle Tilak Vidyalaya. My batchmate was the great Madhuri Dixit. We
Oh.
studied together.
Wow.
So some glamour very early in our life. And then I went on to do my engineering. I did my engineering from Karnataka University in a place called Hubli Dharwad, and I did a BE in electronics and communications. And then I came back and joined my father's business.
What is he into?
My father was into the loudspeaker and television manufacturing business. That
Oh.
is all the speakers.
Okay.
Okay, so he was pretty famous those days. The first television for Sony was manufactured out of his factory,
Okay.
the cabinets. So,
Wow.
so I joined my father in his business. He was an OEM supplier to companies like Philips, Sony, and all. And after 6 months to 8 months of working with him, I got bored because too much of wood and too much of manufacturing. It didn't strike me well. So I took permission from my late mother and branched out on my own. And I began.
We'll come to that in
You'll
some
come
time.
later.
Okay. So we have some fun time. So which is your favorite superhero?
Actually, I don't believe in superheroes. I believe in real life heroes. So if you look at professional life, Bill Gates, something that I was exposed to, and the local heroes in Mumbai, in our IT business, like somebody like Raj Saraf or Azim Premji or Mr. Nadar or Ajay Chaudhary, all the people that I worked with, I really look up to them.
Interesting. Who would be the worst person to be stuck in the elevator with? And how about the best person to be stuck in the elevator with?
Given that we are in election season now, I wouldn't like to be stuck with any politician in the lift today.
Okay.
And the best person that to be stuck with in the lift is any of these dinners, these ladies
Oh,
especially that over here. I'd be happy
Oh.
to be with them.
Interesting. Which book has had the maximum impact in your life?
Going Good to Great, and all Stephen Covey's book, Built to Last, and Successful Habits of Successful People. So I'm not a great reader, but these are some things that read me. And the short essays, especially some things written by Robin Sharma and Subrata Bagchi, has influenced me a lot.
Fantastic. So come to your work experience. So Computer Point was your first job? That's what it says on LinkedIn.
Yes, that was my first job. And
How did you land up there?
Yeah. Very interesting. Those days in the IT business, after I decided to move on from my father's business and get on to my own, I interviewed with couple of companies, including HCL, PCL, and got offers from them. But I chose to join Computer Point because Computer Point was being run by those days by Rank Xerox. It was the BK Modi group.
Okay.
And those days in the 90s, the best salespeople and the best sales force was supposed to be from Xerox.
Yes.
So I joined them because of that.
What is the wisdom you learned from there?
I was very lucky. I've been lucky in my career because I got the opportunity to work with some of the greatest people that I admire. My direct boss was the branch manager Rajesh Tully, who's a ex-Modi Xerox guy who had taken over Computer Point as a branch.
Okay.
And because he stayed in Santa Cruz and the area that I covered was Bandra to Andheri, so he accompanied me on some of the calls because he was very fascinated by me. After I joined and within 1 week of training, I bagged the first order, the large order for a small kid like me. I still remember the customer Zapata Marines from Bandra.
Okay.
It was a foreigner and we sold them a Shiva 286 PC with the printer. So my branch manager was pretty enthused by me, and then he used to accompany on most of my calls. So that was something that I learned a lot in Computer Point, front end sales.
Interesting. Then you did a 7-year stint at Novell. This was the original Novell ki Onward Novell?
So when I finished my 1.5 year stint and Mr. Tully decided to move out from Computer Point, I decided to look for a new job. And again, I was interviewed by 3 people and I joined a startup company at that time because this was a breakaway group from Hinditron, which was the parent company of this. And they took the entire mainframe and the digital business went to digital and Hinditron. And the PC part of the business came to Onward.
Okay.
So Onward, one of the PC business was the networking piece of the business that came here, and I joined them pretty much very early, and I spent 7 years. This company transitioned from Onward into a joint venture, then into a fully owned subsidiary of Novell.
So there, Novell, just guys like us who were in the IT industry from the 80s, 90s. I mean, that was how networking started, peer-to-peer networking. Each one of those adapters used to cost some 3,000, 4,000 bucks. And used to get both official and non-official Novell over there, and the installation charge would be same. The guy would say, okay, installation charge is fine, and a lot of guys made a lot of money doing Novell networking at that time. Fantastic. Then you joined Microsoft, where you were the most feared man in the software community.
I don't know, Sam, you built this. This is like Phantom's legend. You keep building like the ghost. No, it was not. Imagine working in a software industry where the piracy was almost about 90%. People used to think that I'm mad to go and join the software industry. But when I joined Microsoft, the piracy was close to about 90-95%. And we began the journey of converting this great market from piracy to non-piracy. I had the support of large partners like you, whom we actually built this business brick by brick, as I call it. And no, it was all a lot of love and a lot of love and care.
So before the month end, the phone will come. Kitna le raha hai tu? Like kitna? Okay, we can do 10. 10? Then he'll give some expletives over there. You are selling 30 machines a month. Okay, theek hai, chalo 10 le lo, 15 le lo. And then, hey, Sylvester's coming to office. Sab chupa do. Like, you know, everybody around the office like hiding. Say, oh, I know where you have done everything. Like so, but we're great friends. And the day he left Microsoft, I hugged him. I said, now I can, do anything I want.
Come on, sir. Whatever success we had in Microsoft is because of partners like Sam and like Ashwin and all of these people who supported us. And today we have come a long way. The piracy rate in our country has moved drastically down. And also, I think Microsoft took the lead in solving the problem of affordability. Okay, today with technology and products being available on a subscription, it becomes easier for people to buy software.
It's become very compliant. Plus, the thing is moved from unbranded to branded, and all the branded computers come branded with Microsoft. So, gone are the days where, used to ask for a bootleg copy.
Yes.
Finally, with Oracle, you were the head of distribution and alliances. What was the most significant contribution?
Oracle was an interesting role. I managed 3 large businesses for Oracle, but one of the most significant things that I remember of mine in Oracle was I hired, Oracle used to have just 2 distributors those days called Sonata and Redington. Sonata and Ingram. I hired Redington as a distributor, something that they couldn't do for 4 years. It was a very tough job. We managed to put a new distributor in place today. And today all my old colleagues from Oracle come and thank me because Sonata almost is a defunct distributor, and today they have 2 large distributors which they work with. So some of the path-breaking moves that we made in Oracle has still stood the test of time. And yeah, very interesting time in Oracle. From a switch from Microsoft to Oracle was fantastic.
So you're looking after building alliances over there. You used to look after software distribution.
So the three roles basically, one was distribution, which came naturally to us. Then one was managing ISVs, because Oracle was a purely ISV driven business.
Yes.
So we had a lot of ISVs that we used to partner with, and then also managing the channel for commercial sales. So these are three things that we did over there. There was a large team spread across the country, and fascinating time here.
Interesting. Great. So finally, you became an entrepreneur. So this is your second stint, na?
Yes.
Before this, you had one more stint.
Yes.
So tell us about both the stints.
So, having spent time with close to about 20 years in corporate world, doing things and learning things, and I had this strong urge in me of trying to apply all my learnings and put it to use in an Indian company. So the first chance we had was that I decided that it's time to branch out on my own, and I had an opportunity to work with a friend of mine. So I joined a company which used to do financial accounting software, and for 15 years that company had a turnover of close to about 75 lakhs, and I converted that company. I used all my learnings, and we built new products, and in 3 years we were able to double the revenue. And by the time I decided to move away, the company had already scaled a turnover of 4 to 5 crores. So from 75 lakhs for 15 years, in 3 years we were able to bring it to close to about 3 to 4 crores. I was very fascinated by that growth. That company, I learned a lot. I grew as a person. I became more confident. I was able to apply all my learnings that I gathered over a period of years and help build a product company which I always aspired to. So I was able to move the ARPU of that is average revenue per unit of the product that they sold was close to about 50,000, and we moved the ARPU over a period of time from 50,000 to close to about 5 lakhs per unit. So we were able to do that scaling and hit good revenue. A very interesting journey. So you also knew my partner and my friend.
Yeah.
I spent close to 3 years, and then we parted ways. And now I'm currently.
So the 50,000. So you have a customer today. You're selling at 50,000. Tomorrow, did you go to the same customer and say the same products available at maybe 3 lakh rupees? How did you manage to convince that customer to do that?
So Sam, it was two different customers. That was a flat file system, which is a single user kind of thing.
Okay.
The ERP that we developed over a period of time was a database based product. Okay. So today that has got a core engine, and it's got different technologies, and it was meant for more for multi-user, multi-location kind of a thing. So as the accounting, as the business grows, as the size of data grows, people who use Tally understand this. The business, then the volume of data grows. You require a database. So we were able to position the product differently. So one was for run rate accounting, and one was for large companies which needed an ERP. So
I think your closest competitor was Tally.
Yes, closest competitor was Tally.
Right. Okay. So coming to EVIA, why the name EVIA? What does EVIA stand for?
Actually, E-Via is nothing but going E via technology. So E-Via.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is again, I had the opportunity to partner with my friend. We are 3 partners, Nimit, myself and Cassian. This was a web-based company, and over the last few years doing all web services. So over a period of time, last 3 years, we have converted this company from a simple web-based company to do 3 fundamental things: build platforms, build products, and build services. So we have transformed and moved away from traditional web services kind of a business to building platforms, building products, and building services. So this is what the company does, and it has 40% of our revenue comes from North America, because we have a partner in Canada.
Okay. So you're not going to Canada yet?
No, that's the whole idea, is to save costs and get my partner to do work.
Okay. So can you give some examples of the products which are built?
So when you look at platforms, when you talk about platform, what is platform today? So just to understand, today if you look at Uber or Ola, all these guys, these are platform companies. They are not travel service companies. They build a huge platform on which the entire business is transacted. Today we are living in what I call it, my personal point of view, we are living in a platform economy. And a lot of customers today who want to disrupt their business have to build platforms. So right now as we speak, we are delivering a platform for a customer in Canada, which is a car maintenance company. Car maintenance is a major business in Canada. So what happens is this car, whenever this is a car maintenance company, whenever a car comes into a service station, it plugs into 3 different types of software and it pulls different types of information, okay, and it moves into various forms of maintenance. So this proprietary software which plugs into the car are very expensive. We have replaced this entire ecosystem and built a cloud-based software today. This company today, which has got about close to about 8 to 10 locations, is in the process of building and franchising to close to about 100 locations, and software cost was prohibitive. Now because of our software, we are able to remove all the licensing fees and give this platform. So on this platform today, he will get all the information of a particular customer. So he'll be able to sell him tires, lubes, oil, insurance. All the information will be with this guy. So imagine the kind of data that is there. As we say that data is the new oil. Okay. So because of this platform, he'll be able to amortize this platform over a period of time. Currently he's got about 10 locations. If he builds about 100 locations in the country like Canada, in less than 1 year, he'll have information of 300K cars in a year. So imagine able to sell to 300K cars, anything and everything in the automobile industry. That's a huge market for him.
Interesting. Great.
So these are some of the things. Then we build e-commerce platforms. Our specialty is B2C and jewelry. Some of the largest jewelry companies work with us. Close to about 10 to 12 brands are with us. So these are the things that we build, and we also build custom software development for any specific problem that our customers have.
So how many people are there in your team, and what do they look after?
So we are a very niche company. We have close to about 22 to 24 workers that work with us, and we do progressive hiring. As the projects keep coming in, we outsource. Means we hire people on roll, put them on customer client side, and we maintain a core strength of close to about 22 people only, 20 to 22 people.
So between building an app, today everybody's got the, like Chaska, I would say, if everything should be on an app, but some people still want to be web-based. So what is the kind of balance which how do you convince a customer not to go for an app or to go for a web-based? How do you do that?
So building an app is not for everybody. It's just making a statement. Actually, you build a simple web-based service today, and that web-based service is available because of the technology today. Current releases of HTML, which makes it a very fluid design, which even works on mobile automatically. So anything that you develop on the web today will work automatically on your web if you build the right technologies. So over a period of time, if the customer is B2C, if he's something like a Flipkart or something like that, then he needs to look for an app once it's installed based on the web grows. You simply don't install, go and invest in an app just for the sake of building an app. So it's an evolution, it's a process that happens over a period of time. You keep building over a period of time. You start from the web, then go on to mobile devices, and then go on to apps. So you have to be careful, as an entrepreneur, you have to be careful where you put your money.
Okay. So coming to quick gun, Sam, one witty answer.
Sure.
Ethics.
Must.
Commitment.
100%.
God.
Thank God.
Marketing or sales?
Both the sides, 2 sides of a coin. You need both.
Yeah, but what? You are a marketing guy, no?
I am a marketing.
Yeah. Okay. So which are the social media platforms which you love to use?
Thanks to you, we all learned to use Facebook. You drove us to it. I'm purely a Facebook and LinkedIn guy, not much of an Insta or a Twitter guy, but currently predominantly present only on these 2 platforms.
Okay. So you use LinkedIn more for your business?
Yes, I do.
You have to update your LinkedIn profile, huh?
Yes, that's a big story. We'll do it.
Okay. Your hobbies, and where do you see yourself in the next 2 years?
Hobbies is, I'm a people's person. I love to meet people. Currently my hobby is, I'm meeting a lot of young kids today who as part of my social responsibility, helping them to grow. A lot of kids are making mistakes in the initial part of the career, so I help a lot of these kids. So that's my current hobby, spending time with young kids, helping to ignite their mind. And where I see myself in 2 years, I see myself with all these people growing the business.
Good, nice. So most of us talk about CSR, but you talk about PSR.
Yes.
Could you shed some light on this?
So, man is a very selfish human being actually, if you really look at it. We are all selfish, we are all the time taking. We want to give back, and a lot of us are guilty and we don't give back. But a lot of people have this opportunity, but they don't see the opportunity. It's there in front of eyes. It's there. You know, when you want to give back, it does not mean money. It means giving time, giving energy, doing so many things. So I believe in PSR, that is personal social responsibility. I have been the secretary of my building, which is a gated community, has got 190 flats. I spend some time over there every Saturday helping my society. I was a secretary until last couple of months. Then I'm also part of various faith-based organizations for my community that I help build networking, help local community, part of NGOs. And I encourage all of you that, you know, go and reach out to these NGOs. It's not necessary for you to give money. They don't require money. They require your time. They require your ideas. They require you to help them to scale. And a lot of people who've got, all of us have got talent, but you have to apply and give this talent back to the community. So I strongly urge that, you know, as part of our commitment, we need to pay forward. We are all been lucky that we've got help somewhere in our life. At least I have been, whatever I am today professionally, I have been helped by a lot of my mentors, and they have made only one request from me, that, you know, I have to pay forward. Pay forward is helping people and helping and uplifting people. So I encourage all of you to look at, though we are not large entrepreneurs, we cannot be like Tata Birla giving CSR, but we can do PSR definitely. Keep it as part of your personal commitment and give back to society. This is my request.
Interesting. Tell us something about your family.
I'm happily married.
Yes, I can
I have
see
one
that.
wife. My wife currently is, her name is Nina. She heads an organization currently known as CME, which is Chicago Mercantile Exchange. They are a future and option trading platform based out of Bangalore. I have one naughty son like me called Rahul, who's doing his final semester in DJ Sangvi College of Engineering. And that's it pretty much, my family.
And your wife also helped a lot of people in her career. Tell us something. So his wife was the first, she was one of the first employees of BNP Paribas?
Yeah, she was. She helped set up. So my wife also comes from a tech background. She spent 14-15 years in TCS as a project manager. Then she went on to work with the BNP, that is Banque de National Paribas, that's the French bank. And she was there, she moved out last year as she was the CIO when she left. And it was large, when she joined, she hardly about 20 people. She scaled it up close to about 3,300 people over a period of time. So we had the opportunity to help a lot of people, and we share the common belief that we have to enable people to reach their potential.
Fantastic. You joined as a member of TIN. What is one thing you love about TIN?
I've been thinking about how to answer this, and actually, hashtag TIN equals hashtag gin.
Hashtag gin, okay. So
Gin is, I'll tell you, sir.
so not botanist wala gin, no?
No, don't get ideas now, it's time, but
And it's Lent also.
it's Lent for me. So it is genuine, it is intimate and networking. If you look at in the short period of time that we've met and we've connected so fast, I have been part of TIN earlier and now also, it's really something that I feel which I don't get anywhere, is that the genuineness, the intimacy and the networking that we all bring it together. So hashtag TIN equals hashtag gin.
So we'll do something with Sam with gin or something. That's
One
good
day.
idea coming. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Sylvester, spelled with the ER.
Correct.
Let's give him a big hand.